Welcome to the new PKSOI Peace and Stability Operations Journal. I'm Professor Bill Flavin, Assistant Director of PKSOI. I wish you a happy new year. Let's take a few minutes to update you on what's happened the last 3 months, and then we'll take a look at the articles in the new journal. In October, our Japanese officer at PKSOI deployed for 3 weeks to the Ethiopian International Peace Training Center. He's supporting the Management of Conflict Prevention course that he helped develop and delivered lectures on the course, monitored the participants from Ethiopian military, civilian, and police personnel. We're quite happy that he's able to join us and conduct such an outreach in support of PKSOI. PKSOI also supported a U.S. AFRICOM planning exercise in Uganda to develop Eastern Accord 2015 training exercise. The products of this will help to improve regionally aligned forces peacekeeping training. As mentioned in the last journal, PKSOI, now the lead for joint proponency for stability and peace operations, sponsored the Joint Stability Operations Symposium at the Advanced Distributed Learning Center in Alexandria, Virginia, 21-22 October. 2 working groups were formed there, Unity of Effort and Transitional Public Security. This was meant to gain consensus among senior operators and craft a response for a way ahead for the completion of several of those tasks. The work group brought together DoD officials to collaborate and identify implications and taskings for the future. In November, PKSOI participated at the NATO Training, Education, and Task Group meeting for peace support operations held in Austria. There they developed with NATO and the Partnership of Peace members a protection of civilians framework that was based on the draft of our own ATP 3076, Protection of Civilians, that will form the basis for future NATO considerations for protection of civilians. On 2 December, the UN Department of Peacekeeping Operations presented the 11 UN manuals in New York. PKSOI supported all 11 working groups with subject matter experts and supported the UN efforts to develop military standards for UN missions. And these manuals should be distributed later this year. Now let me introduce you to our new journal. This edition will cover the current developments in Africa and again the challenges in Afghanistan. The main article will focus on building defense training and education institutions in Africa. The author, Brigadier General Kenneth Moore, Deputy Commander of U.S. Army Africa, provides his insights on the future developments for African security development. In the next article, Dr. Franklin will provide the comments based on the U.S. Special Inspector General for Afghanistan and Reconstruction, SIGAR's report, and take a look at the observations on the Afghan opium economy. Mike Spangler, our senior advisor from the U.S. Department of State at PKSOI, describes his personal view and on-the-ground assessment about 10 lessons learned from Afghanistan based on his extensive experiences in the various countries of that area. Coming soon in April, PKSOI will conduct its annual Peacekeeping and Stability Operations Training and Education Workshop, 13 to 16 April at George Mason University in Arlington, Virginia. This has been held in the winter before, but we're changing the time into April. So please mark your calendars and make sure you're ready and willing to participate. Thank you very much for your attention. Enjoy the reading of the journal and let us know what you think. Please, we depend upon you, the reading audience, and the professionals out there to submit emails with your comments to help improve our Peace and Stability Journal. And if you have articles and you have ideas, please provide them to us. Again, for the director, thank you very much.